Showtime. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Now You Know, your place to learn anything about everything. I'm your host, Alexander Snodderly, and as you can see, we're not in the Now You Know studio. That's because today we have traveled to the other side of campus to talk about this lovely building, the Ron Housen Center for the Performing Arts. To understand the history of this building, we have to go back all the way to 1979.
Poisson d'Avril combinations in one 3x
Potato starch and sodium nitrate. In June of 1979, the theater, which was located in the administration building, was officially named the Frank Dearwester Theater in honor of the university's very first president. Then, on July 24, 1979, an electrical malfunction above the fourth floor offices caused a catastrophic fire that destroyed 60% of the building, including the Frank Dearwester Theater. It wasn't until May 1981 that construction for a new theater would begin, and it was another 3 years before it would be completed. On December 3, 1984, the newly completed Mary Lynn Performing Arts Center held its first concert performance by the Kansas City Symphony. The next day, the university's 9th president, Dr. Dean Hubbard, was inaugurated in the auditorium. That same day, Dr. Hubbard's first act as president was to dedicate the space to the late Mary Castile Lynn by unveiling a plaque with her photo and naming the building after her. Mary Lynn was a patron of the arts and a member of the Board of Regents from 1975 to 1981. Her husband, Joe Lynn, donated $250,000 to ensure the center's completion. The Mary Lynn Auditorium can seat up to 1,058 people with 705 seats in the main auditorium and 353 seats in the mezzanine. The front of the stage, called the apron, can be lowered into the pit where additional storage is located underneath the seating. On March 13, 2009, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held to celebrate the opening of the Studio Theater. This 5,500 square foot space was added onto the building with the help of local businessman and friend of Northwest, Ron Housen. The building was renamed the Ron Housen Center for the Performing Arts in honor of his generous donation and remains the building's name today. The addition of the Studio Theater also included a new makeup lab, light loft, and audio space. Over the years, the Mary Lynn Auditorium has hosted many different guests, from speakers like Olympic gold medalist Shawn Johnson, Dr. Temple Grandin, and retired NASA astronaut Captain Scott Kelly, to comedians like Adam Sandler and Steve-O, and performances from bands like Lone Star and Echo Smith. Students in the theater department even put on biannual musicals in this space, such as Footloose, Legally Blonde, and most recently, the SpongeBob Musical. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to try and figure out my way around this place. See ya.
Welcome to the Ron Housen Center for the Performing Arts. Let me show you around. Coming in through the main doors, you'll see the Mary Lynn Auditorium lobby. This is your go-to area for any event happening in the Mary Lynn. This is the Mary Lynn box office. When the theater department has productions in this space, here is where you'll get checked in and can purchase tickets for the showings. Directly behind the box office, up this little staircase, is the audio booth. This space is usually used as the switcher room for live-streamed events, such as the Semesterly Dance Company Showcase. From here, you have a clear view of the entire Mary Lynn stage. Looks like it's kind of dark out there right now. I think I know someone who can help us with that.
Hi, I am Chloe Peterson. I am a senior stage technician here at Northwest Missouri State University. This is our board. It is an ETC Geo, which is Electronic Theater Controls Geo board. And we've got 3 monitors set up so we can program. So the psych lights on the very back are doing a fun little rainbow right now. But if I wanted to stop that, I would just select all of the channels and then Effect, Enter. Now you've got no lights. This is our patch sheet. It shows you what channels are assigned to what lights. Each channel is 1 light. What I'm working on right now is called a magic sheet. Lighting designers will oftentimes create this to streamline the process of design. So rather than finding all of the channels that I want, I can just turn all of these on at full. It's super easy. It's a lot of work on the front end to make work down the line a lot faster. As a lighting board operator, you just listen to your stage manager say the word go. That is industry standard practice, and it'll fire through the cues that make the lights do different things. And as a stage manager, you will call standbys. That just sounds like lights or sound. Standby, lights go. It's different if we do dance company. The way that you call the show is a little bit different than if you call a theatrical show, because those cues are firing so back to back to back that you can't always give a standby, and your board op just has to be ready for when you say go to press that button and fire them with the quickness of the dance.
Moving to the basement level, we have our two main dressing rooms that were just remodeled this past summer. Here, actors have plenty of space to get ready for their performances. Moving to the other end of the hall, you'll find our costume shop. Costumes for all of our main stage performances come from this space. Actors are given fitting appointments to test out different outfits, swap accessories, or whatever the designers need to fulfill their vision for the actor's character. The back of the costume shop is filled with racks of clothes and shoes that are all clearly labeled, so the shop supervisors know exactly where everything is. Moving back down the hall, we have our green room. We have a full-size kitchen and plenty of seating where students can relax between classes or even before rehearsals. Posted around the room are bulletin boards of all of the different student organizations we have here at Theater Northwest. Just next door to the green room is the black box. This space is typically used as a classroom, but for special occasions, like the annual Fall One-Act performances, the space is converted into a small theater, complete with a small loft for lighting and sound. In the back of the black box is a door that opens to the pit. Back up in the Mary Lynn, we use a control panel to lower the stage to access the storage underneath the seating. We can also lower the stage to allow for a live orchestra like we did for the SpongeBob musical. When the stage is fully lowered and the doors to the black box are fully closed, one simple press of a button will bring the stage back up. It's very slow. Another part of the Mary Lynn stage is the rail system. To reach the rail, you have to climb this very tall, winding staircase. From up here, you can see the entire Mary Lynn stage. This is where things like the curtains and cyc are pulled to allow the audience to see them. This area is lit in blue light because it allows the operators to see without the light spilling onto the stage. This light also emphasizes the neon spike tape that's on the ropes. One of the sections we use regularly is the movie screen. Professors use it for classes such as theater appreciation. To fly something in, which in this case the movie screen, undo the lock on the ropes, and after making sure the stage is clear, pull the ropes until you reach the 2 rings of spike tape. This tape indicates where the screen needs to be for the projector to reach it while remaining centered. Behind the Mary Lynn stage, we have our scene shop. This is where all our set pieces planning, cutting, and assembly takes place. You'll also find our paint storage just underneath the staircase of our props loft. Let's move on to the studio theater.
You know, I have wondered, why do they spell theater and theater differently?
Shit sucks, York, but I didn't really know you, so.
How did you get here?
Don't worry, Al. I can take it from here. The word theater can be spelled one of 2 ways. T-H-E-A-T-E-R or T-H-E-A-T-R-E. Is there really a difference? Generally, no. You can use them interchangeably and still be correct. But on a more technical note, it depends on what exactly you're referring to or even where you are. The United States typically uses T-H-E-A-T-E-R, while the United Kingdom and former British colonies like Australia, Canada, and New Zealand use T-H-E-A-T-R-E. Much like acting itself, the word theater has roots in ancient Greece through the word theestai, meaning to behold, or theatron, meaning viewing place. In the 14th century, the French were the first to adopt the word with the spelling theater. Then in the early 19th century, while compiling an American dictionary of the English language, Noah Webster of the Webster Dictionary resented that American classrooms were filled only with British textbooks, so he changed the spelling of many words to appear less British. Nowadays in America, and what they teach from the theater program here, is that T-H-E-A-T-R-E refers to the art form, while T-H-E-A-T-E-R refers to the physical space. Theater Northwest is the university's theater program, which puts on various productions in the Mary Lynn Auditorium and Studio Theater. So, there you have it. Ultimately, it doesn't matter which spelling you use, but here in the US, if you want to be technical, theater refers to the art and theater refers to the space. And now, you know. Get it? Because it's the name of the show? Okay, bye.
Thanks, Porter. Now, where were we? Ah yes, the studio theater. Right before you enter the studio lobby, you'll find the makeup lab, also known as the studio dressing room. During the fall semester, this space is also used as the classroom for stage makeup class. Now on to the studio lobby. Just like in the Mary Lynn, this is your go-to area for any performance in the studio theater. Over the past couple of years, most of our productions have been in this space, and the publicity team ensures that the lobby matches the director's vision for each show. The studio theater is a black box theater, meaning the space can be easily reconfigured to accommodate different types of seating. After the show closes, everything will be reset and the floor will be repainted to prepare for our next production. Backstage of the studio theater, you'll find a staircase leading up to the lighting shop and the studio theater balcony. This balcony wraps around the entire space, giving a bird's eye view to everything going on down below. On either side of the balcony, you'll find sections of the ELX shop. On one end is the sound shop. Here is where most all things relating to sound are stored. XLR cable, aux cords, speakers, you name it, it's probably around here somewhere. On the other side is the lighting shop. Here is our primary storage area for all of our lighting fixtures while they're not in use. Much like the sound shop, you can find anything relating to lighting in here. On the third floor of the building, you'll find the mezzanine for the Mary Lynn Auditorium. And on either side of it, there are doors that lead to more storage and the stairwell. On one side, you'll find the small prop storage. Here, you can find pretty much anything. On the other side is the overflow costume storage. On the very top floor of the Mary Lynn, you'll find the Mary Lynn catwalks. We don't use this area all that much anymore, since most of the lights we use are LEDs. But personally, this is by far my favorite place in the theater.
In today's episode, we learned all about the Ronhausen Center for the Performing Arts. We got a full tour of the facility, learned what goes on behind the scenes of live productions, and learned the differences between theater and theater. So if you didn't know much about our university's theater, I guess now you know. Thank you for watching this theatrical episode.